Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Guys, if you have not done so already, please make sure you go to Coach. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Don't know the notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. See, we live right now, so that's why it's very important to hit that notification bell. So, guys, what's going on? What's popping? What's cracking like it?
What's good?
Not much. I'm good over here. I can't complain.
Yeah, man.
Same over here.
It seems like y'all tired, man. It's Happy Friday, man. Y'all not happy?
I'm good. I just working and working out. Hey, it's almost the end of the day for me, but hey, I'm here. I'm happy on the inside. I might not show here, but I'm happy.
Okay, good. I was about to say, man, because man, we got a lot. We got a lot to talk about today. A lot of things to talk about today. A lot of things to talk about. So, Jordan, you already know. Do your thing.
What's going on, everybody? So this was a topic of Jabari kind of sent to me, the previous night, and it's like, you know what? Let's talk about it, And I came up with the topic, and then also we're gonna show the videos. So the topic for today is why passport bros still value traditional women. And like I said, we have talked about this before. Last year of the rise of the passport bros, even though that they always been there, and how there's YouTube channels and people that go to different countries, such as Thailand, Brazil, Philippines, Colombia, just go over to either they go to the trick or basically to go to the countries to find a wife. So we had talked about we talked about date outside the country with Derek Cappuccino Brown a couple of weeks ago. We definitely got jab into that, and but today we got Roddy. He's gonna put his info in here because he wasn't there the last time because he had issues. But he's definitely gonna put Roddy's gonna really gonna talk about this. And but yeah, the topic for tonight is why passport bros still why passport bros still see values in traditional women. So Hakeem's gonna play one of the videos of Giorgio G. He's gonna play that video, and then also we're gonna play another video of the guy of the YouTube channel called Mr. Passport Bar of Commissary of Fair Use. We're gonna play his video as well. So go ahead, Hakeem, play those two videos when you get a chance.
Which one you want? Play the Dennis Sperling one or the other one?
The Dennis Sperling one. Oh, I'm sorry, the other one. I'm sorry, the Giorgio G. My bad.
He's so pretty.
All right.
My bad. So I was looking at it.
Black men. Some are accused of going around the world searching for a more traditional and submissive wife. But is it all about sex and just a girlfriend for hire and then return home to humiliate black women in America? That's the controversy that we're dealing with. One of its members, Austin Holman, is apologizing for comments that he made about Brazilian women. Take a listen.
What I meant by when I said that Brazilian women are easy, and I shouldn't use the word easy. I know that now. I'm sorry. But what I'm saying is, for a man that's well-mannered, well-dressed, that has put in the effort to raise himself, he will have an easier time in Brazil as opposed to where I was from. That wasn't always the case.
Both American and women around the world are speaking out against the passport bros, arguing these guys are using their status to take advantage of women and even calling it a form of sex tourism and sex trafficking. Let's talk about it. Communications specialist Priscilla Pack and Rochelle Gemini both are here on The Factor Uncensored. We were supposed to do this last week. We're doing it this week. You have done a lot of research. When you think about and what you've heard about passport bros, your opinion on this so-called group?
Let me tell you, they weren't even on my radar. You brought it up to me, and then I saw it, and I was just like, oh, that's cute. Guys go and get their passports. My son just got his passport last week. He's 9, so that's cool. Passport brothers, that's what's up. Then I started doing the research, and I'm like, wait a minute. because I grew up, you know, with 2-parent household. My parents still happily married. I grew up in love. Some people grew up in survival mode, and maybe they just in a whole nother dimension of trying to find love or trying to find easy situations and everything. But at the same time, it was like, why do you have to put down the thing that you don't like in front of everybody just to get the thing that you do want? I don't care. But
that being black women in America, putting them down for women who may be of color in another country.
Right, that want to be a little more
also submissive
exactly
to them.
All right, and Hakeem, he's going to play the second video. And this is for the guy. His name is his channel is called Mr. Passport Bro, and he just started a YouTube channel and of him going to Thailand trying to find a wife.
In Thailand, this is my girlfriend. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. Do you want to introduce yourself? You want to introduce yourself? No, you don't want to introduce yourself. She's a little shy right now, but she's my new girl. She's my new girlfriend. She's a little shy, but she is pretty though. I like her. Maybe we'll get married someday. Maybe we'll have kids. You know, have a bunch of babies running around, living the life. Tell her. So, can you cook? Can you cook?
Yes, I can cook. I can clean.
Yeah, see, this is why I came to Thailand, to find a traditional woman. See, in the United States, women don't cook and clean. All they do is complain. And we don't got time for that. That's why I got my passport. And I've left the United States to come seek a wife to have a traditional relationship. So, yeah, give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. This is my new girl right here. So guys, you'll be seeing her a lot more, hopefully. And, you know, we'll get to know each other. And I hope you guys subscribe to my channel, man. More men, more United States men need to get their passports and come to Thailand. Find them a traditional wife. Find them a traditional woman, because the women in the United States, they don't do us no good. They're not traditional. They don't want to be traditional. They want a traditional man without without them being traditional. So they want traditional while they're modernized. And we don't want to modernize them. We want a traditional woman. She can cook, she can clean, she's a good woman, and I truly love this girl. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. I love her so much. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Get your passports. Stop thinking about it. If you got to save your money, save your money. Get your passports and plan ahead. I'm out, guys. Peace.
All right, yo. So we just show you two videos there, and hey, let's talk about it. You know why, and then we're gonna get at you guys, people in the chat. Do say what y'all need to say about this topic. So go ahead, guys. Why traditional women still matter. Go ahead, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, I spoke on this topic before, but the simplify, I was having audio issues. Now my audio is working. Here's the thing. I'm a guy that's very well traveled. I travel a lot overseas. But my whole objective of going overseas is not to look for a wife. It's for me just to enjoy myself and enjoy my money, because I work hard for what I do. So here's the thing. The passport bros. I'm gonna just give you a great honest critique. Let's keep it a bun. Them guys not really going overseas looking for wives. They going overseas to pretty much just to smash. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. Majority of the guys, if you pay attention to the videos, majority of the women don't even look like they really excited to be with those type of men. They only there because of the number one resources, money. Any place you go to, from Thailand to Colombia to Brazil, the American dollar is very powerful. Anytime a guy go over there overseas and they know you're American, they see dollar sign. They don't really see love. They don't really see affection. They don't really see husband. They only see dollar sign, because over there, certain areas very impoverished. And mind you, majority of the time when you see the guys from the passport, bro, every time they do a video, it's always in a place that's very impoverished area, because people they never go to a high scale area where there's high scale women. There's always the mediocre type women, but yet they use that to finesse dudes online to tell dudes like, hey, the woman over there, they cook. The woman over there, they clean. The woman over there, they do that. Yes, because you give them money. It's the same concept in America. If you date a girl here, if you give her money, she gonna do the same exact thing. So why bash American women when you go overseas and they're doing the same exact thing? They're only doing that not because they actually truly love you. It's because of the American dollar. Now, don't get me wrong. There is stories where some people do go overseas and find their wife. But at the end of the day, the objective is to go overseas and to smash. I'm just being honest with you. It's easier to smash because the money there, everything there is way cheaper. And not the only thing, majority of the passport bros, the only reason why they're complaining about the women here is because the women ain't being submissive to them. And now the problem is, the reason why the woman ain't being submissive to you is because they don't like you. If a woman don't like you, she ain't gonna be submissive to you. Then if a woman like you, it'll be a whole nother ball game. Majority of the time, a woman only be submissive to a man they truly like, or a man they truly respect, and a man they truly love. So I find this to be hysterical, and I find this to be laughable. And the guy named Austin, if y'all not aware, he's kind of is banned right now from Brazil. The Brazilian boy is looking for him. So that's why he's in Thailand now, because of the stuff he was doing in Brazil. He was trying to make it seem like Brazilian women was doing this and doing X, Y, and Z. But now, guess what happened? He left Brazil. Now he in Thailand. Say Thailand has the better looking women. Then if you get banned over there, you're gonna be in Colombia. Like Colombia have the best looking. To me, this is a scam. And I think the passport bros, I think the time is up. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Brother, you gave a good to think, but I'm gonna push back a little. If you look at the cover, there's trade-offs to everything you do in life. You go live in a good neighborhood. As a black man, you still might be accosted, but you are not able to deal with the end boys. So here, going to what Jordan says, why the passport will still value traditional. Yes, we might get somebody that come from a different socioeconomic situation, but in return, you get somebody that cooks, clean, that listens. They're not going to raise her voice. They're not going to cut into you while we're talking to your homeboys, who's going to respect you and go to the room when she's amongst men. Here, there is no trade-off at times. You have to deal with what a woman wants. You have to ride with what a woman wants. I asked a question somebody the other day. When the last time you ever asked what a man wants and what makes him happy? They told me, I never thought about that. This is somebody who I know personally. This is somebody here who I value as a person, who I prop up and respect. I say, have you ever asked me what would make me happy? We are in a position where we're constantly hearing what makes women happy, what they need to be supplied. But at the end of the day, they think that just them being there is enough. We are very simple creatures as far as what we want. Majority men have everything but they need. We have everything what we need. TV, a cell phone to look at TikTok, a job to drink and eat, and friends that we kick and laugh with. The last thing is a woman. And with that situation, we want somebody that's going to pour into us. Not we pour so much that we can't even be ourselves.
I'm going to go 50-50 of what Hakeem is saying and what Ronnie's saying. Go back to where Hakeem point is, he was very accurate with what you said. You know, when you go out of the country, you go to these different countries, you know, you get the more traditional women than you would in, United States. You know, they cook, they clean, they was born and raised to be wives, because of, culture and because of family. And I believe the passport bros, they seen that, by, looking at YouTube channels, looking at other countries and say, hey, these American women are not doing this here, or I haven't seen one do this here. So they fly to these other countries. Now, once they get to these countries, they get these traditional women, they treat them to the man, they treat them like royalty in a way, they doing what is the nurturing thing for women to do is for men, is to do nurturing things for the man. But going to Ronnie's point, I kind of agree at this aspect too. I feel like when they get these women, they do what they need to do. I feel like they feel the power of, you know what, I don't have to marry you. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. And then when I get dealt, and if that's the case, I get done with you, you know, if you're not doing what I need you to do, there's other traditional women in these countries that I probably can get because, you know, they was born and raised traditionally. And, you know, and specifically, I'm gonna say men in their 20s because I see a lot of some of these preppers boys, they're in their, you know, they're in their 20s. You know, some might be in their 30s, but some of them are in their 20s. And sometimes, you know, when you're 20, feel like men, you know, when they see stuff like that, and they go to these countries, they get that submissive woman. You know, they sometimes they feel like, you know what, I feel like a king. You know, I don't have to marry this girl. You know, maybe I'll trick on her or something like that. And then if it doesn't work well, you know, well, okay, cool. Okay, you're not doing what you're doing. You know, I could just drop you off, get another girl because this other chick in this country, she gonna treat me just the same way as you or might better. So for some of these pros that I see that promotes all that type of stuff, I'm kind of with you. It's like, you know, I feel like, you know, the woman gonna do what they're supposed to do or to be submissive, do nurturing things, but I feel like they sometimes they might take advantage of it because they never seen that in, you know, the United States. When they see this, when they see that in another country, it's like, oh shoot, they doing this. I don't have to do it. You know, I don't have to marry this girl for a while because most of the time I don't see some of these passport bros going to their women's families. I've never seen that. Have you seen that, Ronnie?
No,
I have never seen that because usually when you're looking for somebody you're gonna spend a long-term relationship with a wife, you have to see their family. I have never seen that. I have never seen that. And to me, when you see somebody's family, okay, that's when it's the process of thinking of a long-term relationship and marriage. But what I'm seeing on these YouTube channels and how, you know, these men talk on these YouTube channels and how they, you know, kind of really, you know, disrespect the women in America, you know, American women, they don't care. They're like, I don't give a damn. You know, a lot of women don't care. But yeah, when they say this, they start bashing, you know, the women in the United States, you know, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. And that's why I'm like 50% what his perspective, Akeem is saying, and also 50% what you're saying, because that one thing about, you know, they're not seeing their girlfriends, they're not going to their family, see their family, siblings, the mother and the father. It's like, wait a minute, no, something's not right there.
Because here's the thing. If they say men go overseas to look for a traditional woman. You can still get a traditional woman within the state. If a woman love and respect you, she'll do whatever she has to do to please you. Now, Jabari said a comment here. He said, I think having a woman from another country doesn't mean they are submissive by default. They got to like you first. And that's why I keep saying, majority of the time, the women don't like these men. They only like because of the aspect of the resources. But that's the same thing in America. Women in America only like you for the aspect of your resources. Now, if you want a traditional woman, you're supposed to set the rules that are first on your first meet up with the woman. If you date a woman that go out on a date in America, just tell them, hey, I'm looking for a traditional woman. Most of the time, men are not looking for a traditional woman. They're just looking for a woman they can smash. Same thing overseas. Most of the time, men going overseas, even though they say they're looking for a traditional woman, they actually not. They're looking for a woman to smash. And most of the guys that do go overseas, not all, but majority of them that do go overseas that are on YouTube of the passport, bro, majority of them in the United States, majority of them are lames. They was never able to get women, so they go overseas. Now they get women because of the aspect of their resources. And that's why I keep saying it don't have nothing to do. It don't have nothing to do. It don't have nothing to do with the person themselves of liking the individual. It's just the whole fact of the person just liking them because of what they can bring to the table. And that's the same thing in the United States. You get my drift. So that's why I say I was gonna get Hakeem pushback. But when he comes back, I'll push back on some of the comment he made.
And the thing is, if you want to find a traditional woman here, all you gotta do is ask this question. But if you try to find a woman, you ask her this: hey, were you raised in a two-parent household? Because you in a two-parent household, you're gonna see some traditional things between your mother and your father because they're together in a marriage. So there's traditional things the kid's gonna see, and they're gonna see that, and like, okay, I saw how my parents do. You know, if I find that right man, you know, who I really really like, you know, all that type of stuff. He got his game together, all that type of stuff, potential, and all that type of stuff. She gonna submit to you, and And the thing is, she'll know what to do because she saw that with her mother and father and everything. And then also sometimes if the daughter is raised by a dad sometimes, because sometimes a dad, gives that order and also kind of like gives that traditional values as well. The reason I'm saying that is because my wife, she's one of rarity who's raised by a single father. So by the time I got her, she was very, very submissive. She was submissive, and she already knew what to do. So I do want to have that caveat there. There are some women who was raised by single fathers. They are traditional as well.
And Jabari made a comment. He said, "There's no such thing as a traditional woman anymore." See, that's the thing. I think that's a lie that's been taught because there is traditional women. Because majority of traditional women, I'm being honest with you, majority of them are in the church, but no man going to the church anymore because they say the women are this, the women are that. So that's one. Number two, majority of the women, they say they need a two-parent household. That's not necessarily true. There's some women that still be with their mom, and also their mom is able to guide them and show them the way on how to be a woman. There's also some women that's also raised with their grandparents and learn from their grandparents and see how they used to do the things in the way of old. They will go and become that aspect. But Jabari laughing, say, "Oh, I'm laughing my A off. This nigga said the church." Yes, I really did because Jabari, just be real. Majority of the men today met their wife in the church. I think even you met your wife in the church. That's one. And number two, you get what I'm saying? That's number two. And mind you, that's number two. Men that do meet their wife overseas, they consider a traditional woman. Soon a woman come over to the States, they say the woman changed. I don't know if you saw that story. They say the woman became Americanized. So that which means they only use you to be a golden ticket, just to come over here and just take advantage of you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and the thing is, Jabari, I mean, you're not gonna find a traditional woman 100%. That's very rare. 100% traditional, you're not gonna find. That's extremely rare. I'd say my wife, she's probably 80, 85 at the max, but she's not 100% traditional. And here in America, I don't think you're gonna find a traditional that's 100%, unless you're a six-figure guy and she want to pay and you pay all the bills and all that type of stuff. That's the case. But yeah, you're not gonna find for me personally, I don't think you're gonna find 100% traditional woman here in America. But there are women out there who do share traditional values, and if she find the right person, right husband, she'll be traditional.
And the only reason why I made that, you use the aspect of the church, because the church is supposed to give the women the traditional they need to take care of their man. Now I have homeboys that did meet their wife in the church and end up marrying them. So what did that tell you? That they have some sense of traditional value, which brings them to the table. Now overseas, that's a whole nother ballgame, because remember, number one, you don't even speak the language. Number two, there's some guys that do speak the language. Kudos to them, but not all the men that go overseas speak the language. Number two, you got to see what her intention is. Is she just using you for you, or is she using you because of what you could bring? And most of the time, they're using the man or what they can bring. That's why I said the man will end up bringing them back to the States and the women gone. There is a lot of stories like that. And that's why a lot of people are pushing back from the passport girls on the aspect of the traditional women overseas, because when they bring them over here, they start taking on the traditional, they start taking on the value of the state and seeing like, wait a minute, if you making let's say for example, you making 50K and I know I look good and I'm able to get a man that making 60K, why the hell I'm with you? They're gonna leave you and go with a man that making 60K. Now you're dealing with a dilemma. Then now you're gonna start bashing the women overseas and the women overseas ain't nothing. But go ahead. You go.
And I also want to say this too. These hotspots are where these men are going to, like Brazil and Thailand, particularly Thailand, because a lot of men are going to Thailand. And I will tell you this, and women, they're going to figure this out. If all these passport girls migrate to Thailand, these women will be smart, and to me, they're going to play, because when they see they see all these men, coming from America to going to Thailand, they're going to try to get some money off you. That's going to be the norm, because women are smart too. They're going to start realizing that. They definitely will start realizing that. And to me, it's like you're highlighting these places like, Brazil, Thailand, the Philippines. It's like, if all these passport cards say, hey, come to here, guys, this, they're traditional here. to me, it's like some women is like, you know what, why not be traditional if I can get this? Why I gotta be traditional? This man's going if I just do, play this man and just get the money off, and I'm gonna be okay. So that's the thing about these passport bros. It's like you go to you to me, they don't spread out as much. They just go to highlighted countries and highlighted cities and go here and they pick their litter, probably won't marry them, but just have a good time.
Facts. Jabari say, Ronnie, women in the church are not traditional. Today's generation, not today's generation. They are not following the scripts from the Bible about submitting to a man. Now, Jabari, I only got one pushback. The only reason why women today not submitting to the man is because they don't respect the man today. Now, if a woman respect you, she's gonna automatically submit to you. That's number one. And number two, the church tend to cater to the women on their emotional needs and not really giving them the traditional value, like Nikki Baby is saying. From Nikki Baby's generation, the women in the church literally used to teach the women on how to be fully submissive to a man. Like my father, before my mom passed, they was married over 40 years. Why? My mom was submitted to him. And my mom was raised in the church in Haiti, came over to the state, met my father and Lindsay Hopkins. Now they was married over 40 years. And in the whole aspect of growing up, I saw how my mom was totally submissive to my father. It's because that traditional value stayed with her no matter what. And not only that, her mother, her uncle, her grandfather taught her how to submit to a man. Now, the problem with the church today, the church is catering to the women, but they're not catering to the women and giving them the real value on how to truly submit to a man. But if a woman truly love you and a woman truly respect you, she's gonna submit to you no matter what. And by her submitting herself to you, now you can form her into that traditional woman. It's your job to form her, not the church. Go ahead, Ken. Welcome back.
Preach. Thank you, my brothers. Thank you, my brothers. I had to take a brief moment. The words were so powerful, I had to went and prayed. I want to give a shout out to my brother. I want to give a shout out to Kenny Mars. Mars, you being here give me enough inspiration to go spit the hell of fire. And a future wife, Nikki Baby. I want to give a shout out to her, a queen who is exemplary. Now, my brother, went and prayed, and I'm back. I want to say I'm gonna have to say, shout outs to the DC Queen, Sugar Plum. Shout outs to the DC Queen. She also's in the line ready to get married, just like Nikki Baby. We got wives here. We got future wives in our comments, which I can't wait to be there at your wedding in a dashiki. So the thing I want to talk about is this. Jordan, you said something, and Ronnie said something too. A lot of this issue is too. Reason why we lack tradition is that we strayed away from the cloth a lot of the times. Most relationships are not based on God like it is, and tradition is based on some form of religion at times. You feel me? And when I think about the brothers who are leaving to go overseas, a lot of those women they going overseas that has tradition have some sense of strict guideline that they follow. There's still women here who follow a strict guideline. The problem is a lot of these brothers just don't want to go seek them. You feel me? And Ronnie said this a lot of times too in a past podcast. Most men here don't want to work for what they want to get. We don't work for women like we used to back in the days. We used to court women. We used to, how you doing, D'Souza? We used to court women. We used to make sure a woman was safe home. We used to say, hey, baby, you need a couple dollars to put in your pocket. And mind you, when we said that, we wasn't even tapping that yet. That was an entry fee. I'm not pandering now. I'm not pandering. I'm just telling you the facts. So I remember men like my dad, and like Ronnie's dad, who came into a situation, strong black men who came into the situation and did things that most men wouldn't even father in. Some of them came into the situation where our mothers, and to all point intended, and this is just to echo this to the ladies who watching to us who might not know this. Our mothers, they were single moms, but our dads were as much of a soldier to step in and say, okay, I'm gonna take them as my kids and raise them. Ephesians 5 while I drew. Ephesians 5. You talking about Boaz on another level. Boaz just only bought the ground up on the roof. These niggas took a whole flock and raised them. Most passport bros don't have the nuts to do that here. They're going to have the nuts to do that over there, because let's be honest about it. The passport bros are picking up chicks over there that are single moms. Don't say they're not doing it, because they are. I've seen some in the Philippines, because some of them come with a package too.
Preach. Yep.
So when we talking about seeking, he shall find. Work for what you want. Maybe these guys want it to be easy. You feel me? But the thing about this is, and I'm not going to go into too much of a rant, is I was able to find some good submissive women here. There's a particular type of women who get overlooked because of a certain demographic, but these are the ones that are very submissive. The ghetto diamonds. You know who they is. The ones who hair look like a Walmart cake. The ones who look hair like a Walmart cake. Listen. I grew up in the city. So you telling me like I don't love me a ghetto girl, the one who like to wear the white Nikes and the pink socks coming up. They get their hair done on every weekend. They be the ones that'll cook, clean, fuss you out, and then give you their income tax money when it's here you go, babe. I know you're trying to get on. Let's get it, baby.
And usually the ones for traditional, they're usually the quiet ones.
Exactly.
Meaning quiet, meaning we didn't want me quiet means they have like a quiet, nice presence to them. If I get my griff. It's attractive. It's like you are attracted to it, and it comes like, oh, okay, I got to talk to her.
Listen, it's some that you get if they come around people they don't know. They're as quiet as possible, like this, and just watch the scene.
Yeah.
So you can go overseas and get somebody who don't speak English, or get somebody here who might not be understanding the traditional ways. A lot of men just don't want to take time to reach out and cater to these women. Listen. Oh boy, I'm about to teach today.
Go ahead. Go on your bag.
My homeboy married a chick. My homeboy married a woman from Burger King, and he met at the drive-thru. My homeboy married a chick at the drive-thru.
You see?
Listen. 3 kids. Listen. She had 3 kids and she was from the beans. He met her at the drive-thru. She was like, "Oh, I'm single. I don't got no man." He's like, "What's good?" He was like, "What's good?"
He just hollered at her. So he just saw us like, "Oh shoot, let me see. I'm gonna holler real quick. It might not work on my holler, but hey, and everything else it happened."
But think about it. Hakeem, if your homeboy could find a person in Burger King, what did it tell you about the guys with the passport? I would say it's just a scam they're using. Go ahead.
They're not exercising all their options. I'm not saying what they do, they haven't done it. Because here's the thing. A lot of these guys are socially awkward. You can't come to certain women and not being able to be social now.
I said that. I mentioned that. I mentioned that.
You can't.
I mentioned that.
And the thing about Hakeem, you have to build on that. You have to get the skill. It's a building skill that you got to build up. It doesn't come out just like that. You have to build that skill. That what I mean is sometimes you're gonna get turned out by women. 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 40 times. But the thing is you're gonna fail at it, but you're gonna get better at it, better. And that's how you develop social skills. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Listen, a woman is the reason why I had to start wearing polos. A woman taught me that.
See you looking sharp. I see that. Looking sharp.
A woman taught me that. And a woman was just cussing me out the other day, say, "Nigga, you looking like an old man. We better go get your hair cut." A woman would teach you that. They come in and improve certain things. Now, mind you, they know a man has his place there.
Yeah.
And we just saying there still is traditional women in America. You just gotta find them in different places. You ready? No. You still gotta find them in different places. And the thing about it is, you can't overlook the ghetto diamonds. You can't overlook the socially awkward ones. You can't overlook the church girls. You can't overlook the single moms. Because let me tell you something. What we got here, you got them over there. You just got them. They just don't speak English.
Exactly.
And I think that's what it is. Hakeem's like, oh, I'm so awkward. She probably won't understand what I'm saying. So I could be as awkward as I can. She won't understand what I'm saying.
and not only that, but the guys overseas don't understand. The only reason why some of them are cooking and cleaning is because their mom are telling them to cook and clean so they can get the bag. And when they come to the United States, they get in the bag and it's in overseas to their people. They don't have nothing to do with that. They like you or anything. They don't have nothing to do with that. Now, Kenny said something in the comment. He said, what about those afraid of disappointment? That is true. Majority of people in America are afraid of disappointment. That way they go to overseas because it's much easier to communicate and ask where you won't get rejected because at the end of the day, the women want to deal with you because you have this.
I'm going to come back to that point. Hold that point. I'll be right back.
Okay.
It's going to be a teachable moment when I come back.
Okay.
Teachable moment.
And go by what I said, Kenny, it's going to be disappointment. Like I said, what I just said earlier, you're going to fail. You're going to fail. You're going to fail. But sooner your skills going to get better and better and better and better. And that's how it works. But like I said, people that go to passport portals, they extremely afraid. So they got to talk to somebody who barely speaks. I mean, majority of countries, they speak English because English is probably the number one, language in the world. But they, like as Ronnie said earlier, they don't go to these, when they go to these other countries, they don't go to these, high expensive areas. They go to, areas that's in the medium to small, and that's how they try to get their women.
And I that, but Nikki Baby said something. She said, "Some wants to stick and move. I ain't sticking on moving over here, nigga. Nigga." Go to the book of John. Read. No, but Nikki, you gotta understand something too. You gotta understand on the aspect of most men. They know that a woman like you that has some form of value, they know they can't get you, so they rather go overseas where it's much easier to stick with the women because they know at the end of the day. The women only looking for this. They're not really looking for the mouthpiece. Because if a man know he got man game for this, he don't need to use no form of resources. But over there, you have to use resources because you don't speak their language. Now, there's some people that are gifted that's able to speak all different languages who I'm pretty sure that speak multiple one language. But not everybody can be able to do those things. Even with the Google Translator, still won't work because they don't actually speak the language. Go ahead, Jordan.
And Sugar Bones, you made a great point of they don't want feedback. The reason they don't want feedback is they probably think like you're trying to emasculate them, which is not the case. You're just trying to say, hey, next time, if you talk to me next time or you talk to another woman, make sure you do this. Don't be doing this because that's awkward as hell.
Yeah. No, to me, I think feedback is good, especially for a man like I came to. I love that his analogy on the aspect of how his girl told him he needed to wear a polo shirt. See, that's better in a man. To me, I don't even take that for left field because that's something that's going to elevate me to another level. Now, there's some women that give you feedback to belittle you, and that's the one we don't take. But feedback is always good. And if a man is against the feedback you giving him, then you got the wrong man because most men will take a woman's feedback. They will literally take it to heart. That's real talk.
And I'll tell you this, is one feedback. Go ahead, Hakeem. My bad. My bad, Ronnie. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead, Jordan. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so what you saying, Ronnie? Like this one feedback that I struggle with, and it took my wife to hit it because I thought I didn't struggle with this. What I struggle with about feedback was showing affection, and I felt like I was doing it all in the world. And that's probably the one feedback I didn't take. When I took it when my wife was there. But you are correct. That one feedback was affection. I thought I was doing a hell of a good job, but I wasn't listening because I thought I was doing it.
Yep. No, same thing here. I listen to women on when it's certain thing that I know is going to take me to the next level. I draw my ego and listen. But the problem is the overseas type women, they don't really know how America do things because they don't know the culture. They only know their culture on how they do things. And not only that, sometimes there's a barrier that sometimes it could be a form of miscommunication because your saying is different from their saying. So their saying you might take it to heart because you don't speak their language. And then when you say something to them, they might take it to heart because they don't speak their language. And that's the disconnect. I want to say most of these guys in the passport bros, they're not really looking for traditional wife. They're just looking for somebody to smash because they're in the States. They couldn't smash a Sugar Mom. They couldn't smash a Nikki. They couldn't smash a D'Souza. So they're like, oh, you know, I'm going overseas because I know it's easier because I just saw my resources there. Hey, look, Jordan, I got the baddest girl in the land, which is not true anyway because they don't go to the baddest land. They only go to the impoverished land. Pay attention to the passport, bro. Pay very attention to what area they're in.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, you're right, you're not putting the hard work. But when you put in the hard work, this money here, and you consistent what you do, and you and stable. This being stable, and a lot of women like look at stability. Are you stable? You know, are you not going to, you know, be on a straight line? Maybe go up a little bit, stay in the straight line. Maybe go up a little bit and stay in the straight line. You might go down sometimes, but hey, life happens. You know, you might lose your job or something might happen for a couple months, but eventually, you know, you'll get back on your feet. And if you get back on your feet, and she's gonna stay there, you know. But as long as you have some stability and you're doing what you're doing, you just raising up a little bit improvements year by year, a woman gonna see that.
Look, even Sugar Mom said they only go to third world countries. That's what I'm saying. They won't go someplace like London, Switzerland, anything that's have high value type men. They will never go there because they're gonna be ashamed because soon they go there, the man you coming there with 50K. And the man, like your 50K compared to their 50K is totally different because the euro dollar is more powerful than the US dollar. So that's why they're able to go to Brazil or Colombia or Thailand because everything is much cheaper.
And I want to mention this. All these passport programs I see they go in all these countries. Only one continent I do not see them go or see them talk about. And I don't know why. And that's Africa.
Oh yeah.
Why not go to Africa?
Because the thing with Africa is like the United States. There's too many black people. black people is all over the world. So especially Africa, black people literally is everywhere. So some people they tend to want to go to the like what they say jungle fever. They want to go to that route. So that's why I don't really go to Africa. And now that Africa, people think Africa is cheap. Africa is very expensive over there in Africa.
Yeah.
Africa is cheap.
Yeah. That's true.
So that's why. But it's because, to be honest, too many black people there. That's the only reason why. It's not really exotic compared to Colombia, Brazil, and Thailand.
I mean, there's some exotic women in East Africa, like Ethiopia. I don't get it. I don't get what they talk about. If you go to Sudan, South Sudan, or you know, Ethiopia, you know, there's black women are exotic too now.
I agree.
And I don't get why some of these brothers are not going over there, but hey, it is what it is for me.
Look, Sugar Bob said, have you ever seen Young Rich and African on Netflix? Yeah, I did. I saw one episode.
I have too.
The thing, I don't know if they're really rich though. I think it's capping. That's why I was like, I don't know how true it is. I gotta do research on that. But I saw one episode. African women, that's true. That's what I'm saying. Just like American, African women got wigs and too much makeup. It's true.
And they say they bleach. Yeah, they some of them they do bleach in certain African countries.
So I'm saying, so that's why it's not like exotic. Like it's how they're looking. Don't get me wrong, black women is always exotic looking, but so to some people they don't know. Let me go to Brazil. And remember, those are things they highly promote online. It is Brazil, Colombia, and Thailand. No other country, just those three. That's
Yep.
it. They don't say Cuba. They don't even mention Cuba at
Right.
all, which is crazy. They don't even mention Cuba or Jamaica or what was Trinidad,
Mhm.
St. Thomas. They don't mention none of that. Oh,
Yeah.
and DR too.
Yeah, I'm hearing it like a lot of passport pros. They don't mention DR no more because of the women there. They know what's up now.
Yeah. See, that's another thing too. That was another thing one time I came to. DR women just picked up game. Now they are finessing dudes now. So soon you go there, the women are dressing a certain way just to get your attention. And now they're not charging you what they used to charge you, like pesos. Now they charge you American dollar to have any form of intimacy with them.
Right.
That's why the passport bro is not promoting that. But
Nope.
they starting to pick up game.
But eventually, it's when they hit up Brazil already. In Brazil, they catching the drift, and soon Thailand, they could start Thailand. The women, they gonna start catching the drift too. I don't understand. Women are smart, yo. They know if y'all play the game because they seen it, they look at it. So I don't get that.
Sugar Boy said they're selling cocaine right now outside the airport in DR. Yeah. No, they not. Oh my gosh. No, sugar on the road today. Sugar, you been drinking. No drinking today. No more drinking. So Jordan, for a man that's really looking for a traditional wife, what is certain steps that he has to do to find a traditional wife?
Well, first of all, you got to talk to them. You got to you can't be awkward. You know, you got to build your skills up. You got to have the social skills, you know, to talk to the woman. As long as you know you're confident, answer the questions you need to answer. You know, if you look for a traditional woman, you know, you answer certain questions about, you know, what you think about religion, family. I'll just say this: family and religion, and then that tells you if she's, you know, very traditional, you know, 50-50, you know, all that type of stuff. So this is a certain question you got to ask a woman, and you'll get it. That's what I'm saying.
And that's another thing too. They don't mention either. Or like you mentioned a good point. Her religion. They don't understand when you marry a woman, you marry into her religion as well. So anything she practices, you are now in it because you two become one. So that's another thing they don't mention. That's what I'm telling you. Their whole aspect is not to look for a traditional wife. They're using that as a gimmick to get American women upset. Now, if you ask me, is it working? Yes. Because remember, no person that you come from home want to hear you disrespecting them in another land. That's anybody. And I think that what happened to Austin. Austin said something what happened within the land, which was it was again. That's why he got out of there. So it's just certain things within the land you just can't do. Same thing with the United States. The men here are bashing the women instead of saying, you know what, the women here just don't fit me. Let me find somebody I could go into Brazil and I can find somebody that's gonna fit me. And I'm cool with that. But the problem is they bashing the women here. That's my issue.
Yeah, I agree with that, Brownie. I don't know why they bashing here. If you like the women over there, stay over there. Don't say anything. Just stay over there, do what you need to do. You know, you see, for you saying try to bash women in America and they gonna change. It's like, no, they're not gonna change because why you bashing me? You in another country and you have fun and you know you doing what you want to do. Stay over there, do what you need to do, and don't worry about the American women over there because I don't know why you worry about them because you couldn't get them, so you can't get them. If you want to go get your passport, you can take your passport, go ahead and do that.
Well, Sugar, I know you're trolling, but this is true. This is a well-known fact. Those countries have high single mother rates. They do. Because the men are going overseas and getting the women pregnant and they're leaving. They're not staying. That's the issue. So the same as we dealing with over here, they dealing with it over there. That's why I keep saying it's American men just polluting. We just polluting the world. Pretty soon they're gonna ban us for everything.
Yeah, I've been hearing like wars, like leaving the war story, like the Vietnam stories of how these, some of the soldiers got a woman pregnant, but they don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Then they go back home.
They go back home.
Yeah.
That's why they got black people. That's why you'll see why they got black Chinese, black Asian, black Cubans, and black. Yeah, because of the Vietnam War. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not against I'm not against going overseas. I go overseas, you know what I'm saying, to relax and go on vacation. So I'm not against guys going overseas. My thing is, do not bash the American women. That's my issue.
Mhm. And the thing is, Ronnie, it's like they'll stay in the city since it's not working out, they'll go to another country. My thing is, there's other states and cities you can go to. I never heard them talk about, hey, I've tried to go to New York or tried to go to Atlanta or Houston. They just say, hey, you know what? I might go check in the United States because if this city's polluted, the whole America is polluted. So I'm just gonna take my passport and go.
Yeah, the thing with the Arab, Dubai don't play that. You can't go to Dubai and what the guys are doing. You can't go over there and do that. Dubai is
Not
very
Middle
strict.
East.
You cannot do that.
Mm.
You will get killed, deleted, or you'll get stoned. They do not play when it comes to the aspect of prostitution, sex trafficking, or even promoting their women. They have a higher, strong culture. Right?
They are highly coached, very, very highly in their culture, and very, very highly traditional. Very, very conservative. Hakeem is back, y'all. Go ahead, Hakeem. Go ahead.
Listen, I want to apologize to the co-host, and I want to apologize that I had an emergency here I had to handle. Thank you, Kenny Mars and Sugar Plum and Nikki Baby. Natural women who cook their food at home are winners. No takeout. Queen, you're saying this the most. I still think and believe that there still is traditional women here. People just don't want to work for it and look for them. You feel me? And I think that a lot of us who can handle, I'm not saying this is for everybody. And maybe, I don't know about the passport bros, but I would tell them that there's 50 states in America. I don't know where these guys are from, because the guy, Justin, he was from Dallas. And I seen a show where they asked him, they say, hey, did you go to Houston? He said, there's a lot of women over here in Houston who cooking and cleaning and bleaching. You know what I mean? So when we talk about a natural, submissive woman, there's women who you overlooking. Now, mind you, depending on what your type of woman you like or what you want, and listen here, a lot of men are judgmental just as well as women. But of course, it's reason we're more visual to the eyes. And we're more visual to the eyes, and we're more visual, we're visual creatures. But when we're trying to find somebody to wife up with and to want to conceive children and want to make wives and want to present out in public, why are you just looking in one place? You feel me? I'm from Florida. You think I'm not going to go to Georgia, South Carolina, Mississippi, Alabama to go find me a good country black woman? It's so many of them. They outnumber us by one. You'll find somebody who will want to cook and clean. All she want to do is just stay home. But most niggas don't want to pay all the bills. So you go overseas with your janitor money a stretch. With your dishwasher money will stretch. Listen, in my culture, a lot of the people from my culture go back over there, and they're taxi cab drivers. They look like ballers coming over there. Couple hundred of their money is millions over there.
Facts.
You know what I mean? She said,
"You preaching, brother."
Yeah, I like to get up and dress out. That's another thing too. You know what I mean? Men want to be women want to be spoiled. A lot of men, and listen, men are spoiling the women overseas. Ain't nothing wrong with spoiling here. I just think that economically we're in a different space right now. So we want to know where the traditional women at. The traditional women are there, but they've been hurt and damaged so much that a lot of them have submission and being feminine as a condition. to the person that is worthy enough. The only thing that's a problem there is, and I don't mind them doing that, is that a lot of people would take that another way. You feel me?
I'm gonna ask you a question, Hakeem. This is what I'm gonna ask you, cause you know you're older than me and Jordan. What is the man's lacking today that's driving them to go overseas? Are they lacking something, or is really the women lacking something?
They're lacking traditional values though, because the men here back in the 80s, 60s, 70s, they would take any woman and just work with them and mold them into what they wanted to be. Lots of time. Not everybody's perfect. You feel me? You're gonna come into situations that are very unique of its own. You know what I mean? You got people who didn't have no kids will come into a situation. Look at Shaq's dad for an example. He was a drill sergeant. He ain't had no children. He met a woman, liked that woman, took that woman, raised a freaking superstar and had kids with her. I think we lack the cojones. We like being traditional. We like taking control. You feel me?
I want to say that since I came, I don't know why these passport boards, there's one state that I can think of that the women are highly cultured, is definitely in their family, and they're submissive too. Even though they might not think of it said because it's expensive, it's Hawaii. The Samoan women.
Yeah. So yeah. They they're a different breed though.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, I can also think is Black women from small southern towns are very submissive. We just don't go there. I've met a woman in Kent, Mississippi, who was very nice. She said, "Hey, sir, would you like something to eat?" Don't worry, that's on me, honey. You can find them. It's just shuffling through the batch. Shuffling through the batch is that. What Nikki Baby say? Not going to sit me overseas and you're going to pump everything. Walking, nope, this is not one. She said, "I'm a modern woman. If I say I get me flowers, I mean weed."
Yeah, sugar. Yeah, I was trying to laugh. That was a good one. I ain't gonna lie. That was a good one. I ain't gonna lie.
Listen, let me ask you a question, and that's no problem. Some things, now mind you, Sugar Plum, if she say that, I know she'll cook clean for a man that she cares about.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I ain't gonna lie. That just had me die. I was trying so hard not to laugh.
Hey, man, I was about to say this, Sugar Plum. My wife don't have to worry about getting flowers because I always have flowers there every day. Every day.
It's true that the whole aspect of I think men today has become weak. I think we became scared, and that's why we're running overseas because we can't deal with a woman here, so we're running. And I think men have lost, like Hakeem said, and I truly agree. We have lost our traditional values. Now, Hakeem, how can we get our traditional value back? Hakeem and Jordan, how do we get our traditional value back? Go ahead.
Well, I don't know if Jordan want to go take it first.
No, go ahead, King. You go ahead.
Now, for me, I'm gonna tell you what. How did I get a traditional value? Besides my old man, I had got around some older brothers who were married to Black women. And they would talk me. He say, "Make sure, listen." And then I had got around some older Black women who was teaching me some things. Hey, make sure, listen. One older woman who I worked with one time, she said, "Make sure you buy your girl some flowers every weekend." She said, "Make sure you make her feel special. Hey, I know you look a little shabby and now, but girls do like to go out and want to prance out." You know what I mean? So there was a lot of things that I was learning over time where, one man told me, "Hey, you need to go get a second job and work twice as hard no matter what, because you never don't want a woman to think that you're not working hard enough." You know what I mean? A woman would do a lot for a man if she sees that he's trying. So these are just little tidbits that I'm learning, that your payout is when through your actions. And if your actions wasn't displayed over the years, why would a woman want to stay with you when you messed up? Because you got to understand something. Prior before her, she probably was giving people the benefit of the doubt. Now she can't do that anymore because she said it's too much of a gamble. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way where you got women who gave kids to men that they truly believed that was going to stay and left. So now they're not going to want to stay there and give a kid to somebody who they're scorning. You feel me?
Yeah, for me, I have a big family. I have a big family, and we all share, traditional and conservative values. So seeing, my grandparents being married for a long time, aunties and uncles have been married for a long time, how there was a level of respect in their marriage, the respect of each other, and just seeing, what a man does and a woman does, and how, keeping a relationship, how they raise their kids and all that type of stuff. This, to me, I just saw keynotes in my family, and it kind of picture of what I kind of want in a woman, or in the wife in the future. How would I want it? And how a woman should respect me, and how I'm supposed to respect a woman. And just seeing that in my family and how it's kept working and been consistent. That's how I realize how if I want a traditional type of woman, or if she has traditional type of values, that kind of helped me out. So okay, I think I know what I'm looking for.
See, I seen that growing up with my father. Like I said earlier with my monologue, I told her like I seen that with my father. So that's why I say I know on the concept of on how to treat a woman, how to be there for a woman, and how to like console a woman. Now I love Nikki comment. Sugar Bomb comment. She like, your woman is your most valuable resource. 100% facts. When I saw that, I said 100% fact. And I think that what men tend to forget is that the woman is your most valuable resource. If men can understand that, and we can bring that traditional value back, I think men will no longer need to go overseas anymore. But the problem is we became whiners and complainers. And not only that, but I blame social media too, because social media has caused us to lose value in our women, especially black women.
Brother, I wanna support the statement that you said, and Sugar Plum. The woman is the one who fill out your application at times. She's the one who's submitting your papers, doing your homework, or when you're not around washing your drawers, or she paid a bill for you, or she went and got you this test you needed to get your certification. Like, it's so many things that we so focus on. Most men just know how to make money.
Yep.
That's all we do is just know how to make money. We don't know how to keep a house by ourselves at times. Not saying that we can live in the house by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So I think that I want to give this comment and says that men here in America, you have options all over the place. But I do think that if you want to go overseas. But I just say don't overlook the ones here. You just might have to look a little bit harder. Times are changing. So it should be easier for you to know what you want due to social media, because you know what you don't want and you know what you want. You feel me? Because the women who are displaying their assets online and stuff like that, or the women who are or who are ratchet, who don't display what you want, that's not the one for you. But there's some good women out here in every socioeconomic situation. I'll give you an example. White boys, when they go look for a wife, half that stuff don't even matter. I think his name was Matt Damon or something. He met his wife at a bar. She was a bartender, for God's sakes.
Yep.
She wasn't no earner. She was just, who knows? And mind you, she was an immigrant at that. Working here in Miami. So, you know what I mean? We have them all over the places. So, and that's really how I feel about that.
No, but Sugar Bomb is speaking. She's speaking game upon game. She's like, man created these women they hate so much. Mouth drop. We are the one that's create. We the one that created these whores. We the one that created the women that we dislike. It's us.
And the thing is, it's like they sometimes, they'll get something in their face, but they don't reject it because they know it's not right for them. They know it's not right for them, but they jump in it anyway. And they think they can change it, but and they think they can change it. But the thing is, you're not gonna change a woman. She can change herself.
Facts, Jordan. Boy, y'all speaking the gospel, boy.
Mic drop.
Boy, it is, boy. So, you know, we reached our hour. So, you already know closing remarks. Well, I can go first. My closing remark, the Passport Bro is gonna do what the Passport Bro does. However, at the same time, I think it's a scam. Most of the guys they're not really into these women. They're using that to capitalize on weak men that can't get women in the States. So they tell them to go overseas. And mind you, they don't understand by going overseas, there is danger of going overseas. Because if you don't speak the language, or you're going by yourself, or you're not with somebody that speaks the language, you're putting yourself into more harm than good. To me, go overseas, do your thing. Get your wife, get your girlfriend, do what you gotta do. But don't bash the women here just because you can't get the woman. That's my final thoughts.
What I'm gonna say is, man, you can find a wife here. You just, like I said, Hakeem said earlier, they just gotta look a little harder. You know, they're not gonna be in your city. So I know some men are comfortable in that city, but sometimes you gotta get up and go to another city or go to another state. You know, if you can't find nothing there. I'm just telling y'all, if you can't find it in your city, go to another city or move to another state. Good. And like I said, and we got so much statistics and data, and social media is telling what cities to go to or what cities to not go to. So there's a lot of info out there. And like I said, there are some women that are traditional who lives in America. You just gotta look for one. That's my final.
Just go ahead. Just the same thing with you. I already gave a bunch of stuff, man. I love black women in America. That's all I can say. Give me the one who can fry chicken, cook some ham, make some collard greens. Who goes to Walmart in a bleached dress? Give me the one with the furry slippers, with the bunny socks. Like, give me those. Give me those. If y'all don't want them, give it all to me. And that's my take.
And thank you for all the lovely women in the chat. Sugar Bone.
Thank you, women.
Nikki, the Sousa. We have my man Ken Dog in the chat. Bro, it's something when you have Ken Dog in the chat. For some reason, when you have Ken Dog in the chat, it makes everything go smooth. Like, I don't know. Ken Dog bringing that energy. I think because he's just there, his very presence. Shout out to Jabari that came through. Shout out to the Instagram, the Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. That one Twitch person that always watching us. We don't even know who that is. Ken Dog, you know I'm capping. You should already know I'm capping. You already know. So, guys, if you not have done so already, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all. We do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you, Jai, for joining us. Man, have a wonderful weekend. You know how we get down. We over and out. Wait, I don't know how King gonna play music.
You see, I want to play some music, but I can't find no non-copywritten. You know, nigga don't want no track.
What you mean? You got the one. Which one? You got the fire one? Well, Crush Ice. Come on, man. That's your classic, man.
It wasn't. I could play something, but it's not. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, we can't play music tonight, guys, but we're gonna work on something. We're gonna make sure every time we leave, we play something. So you know how we get down each and every week. We over and out. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.
Peace.
I think I got something I can play for y'all.
Okay, DC, you got something.
Yeah, we're gonna dedicate this to the ladies. We're gonna dedicate this. Hold on.
You did dedicate it to the ladies. See, it's crazy. Even the ladies knew, like, we was over our mark. They knew. They were like, we out of here.
No, definitely. But listen, I love the game. I love them.
I love women. I love black women.
Love them to death. Couldn't live without them. Give me the one. Listen, give me the ones with the Walmart cake. Yeah. Give it to me.
Give me the one with the bonnet. The one that always say, give me the one with the bonnet. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, because they showing masters with that bleach in the crib. Yeah.
Facts.
Masters with that bleach. I want to dedicate this song to D'Souza, Nikki Baby, Sugar Plum. I want to dedicate. This is a song for y'all. I want to dedicate this to y'all because y'all queens been holding us down, and I just want y'all to know that every time y'all come here, we appreciate y'all so much.
Yeah,
I already married all three of y'all in my mind. I already married all three of y'all in my mind.
And shout out to Miss Sheila. Miss Sheila be watching us. She be telling me at work, she's like, Ronnie, I be watching y'all. Miss Sheila, we love you. Shout out to you, sweetheart.
So here's that song I'm gonna dedicate to y'all.
Okay. Noise. Needs. Y'all got it. Check it. If love is what you need, then I got it, I can give it to you. Love is what you need, I got it, I can give it to you. Love is what you need, I got it, I can give it to you. And I don't want nobody else. It's love is what you need, then I got it, I can give it to you. Love is what you need, I got it, I can give it to you. Love is what you need, I got it, I can give it to you. And I don't want nobody else. Wintertime, remind me of that lemon lime. Take a sip, damn girl, you taste it fine. I'm losing time, hope a brother don't lose his mind. Never met a woman that be bright like the sunshine. Only if you feel what I feel, and that's one time. Trips overseas, bags filled to the line. You can have whatever you like, baby, I don't mind. Ain't trying to stress you, but girl, need you to be mine. Couldn't picture life without you on my side. Them cold nights, damn, need you to be right. Teardrops when your mama told me you in love with Clyde. How you gon' leave me on? You know that ain't right. I love you more than my own life. Girl, I want you to be my wife. This love is what you need. Then I got it for you. This love is what you need. Then I got it, I can give it to you. Love is what you need. I got it, I can give it to you. Love is what you need. I got it, I can give it to you. And I don't want nobody else.
Yeah, I can't do what you play. Nice.
Oh, there we play Chris Us. All right.
I got it, I can give it to you. Love is what you need. I got it, I can give it to you. Okay.
Shout out to my brother Jabari.
Okay. Ice. Crush. Ice.
Hey man, what's that fire emoji, Jabari, man? What you talking about?
She need it. Crush ice. Come get it. Crush ice. I'm with it. I got lick all of my cup. Lick all of my cup. I'ma drink all of it up. Drink all of it up. I got lick all of my cup. Lick all of my cup. I'ma drink all of it up. Drink all of it up. It's 2 a.m. I party hard. A couple stacks. Yeah, I'm ballin' hard. I'm in the club. Homie, what it do? They call me Brown Dollars. I'm getting loose. I'm leaning back. Got me a couple lean. I'm smoking that. Call that Apache Green. They looking tough. We know they all soft. I roll with killers. They let that gun spark. Go ahead, mommy. Drop it low. Go ahead, mommy. Let it show. It ain't a problem. We know that ass fat. So when that night is over, I'ma take it back. Take it back. Take it back. To the telly, dog. We getting loose. She gon' tell it all. Grey Goose. She gon' drink it all. Up in the morning. She don't remember, dog. Yeah, homie. I'm back at it. Yeah, homie. Like a jackrabbit. Back on the strip. Tryna get some cabbage. My homie Flip, he got to have it. Crush ice, she want it. Crush ice, she need it. Crush ice, come get it. Crush ice, I'm with it. I got lick all of my cup. Lick all of my cup, I'ma drink all of it up. drink all of it up. I got lick all of my cup, lick all of my cup. I'ma drink all of it up, drink all of it up. It's 4 a.m. Last call. Call a cab, homie, you know that's wrong. I call a cab, wet willies, bottoms up. I'm getting silly. Crush ice, hole in my cup. You rockin' ice, homie, you better tuck. My wolves hungry, they be feeding y'all. We in the club, they be slapping dogs. Don't Chevy, Camaro dog. My rims heavy, you know they looking hard. Blue mother, you mother lover. Drink it till I stutter. Fresh death, just like my brother. ×2, you know the number, boo. Just hit me up when you're coming through. Crush ice, she want it. Crush ice, she need it. Crush ice, come get it. Crush ice, I'm with it. I got lick all of my cup, lick all of my cup. I'ma drink all of it up, drink all of it up. I got lick all of my cup, lick all of my cup. I'ma drink all of it up, drink all of it up.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Crush.
Shout out to
Crush.
y'all.
Ice.
$5.